was in her 70s and had been with her husband for like 50 years. And she wouldn't eat any of the food we give her. She said, Lola, your food here is bland, it has no taste. Can my husband bring me a burger? And I found out that, yeah, she can eat. And her husband did bring the burger, and I watched him feed her this burger till she finished the burger, and she was so happy. Now, she got intubated. Because I saw the love in how the husband had fed her and how close they were, I wanted to follow her and see how she did. She got intubated. I was the PCU nurse that transferred her to the ICU. And just recently, I heard that she passed.
She's 22 years old, young, and she's very pregnant, and the OB attending says to us, I really think that we need to do a C-section to save this baby, and she needs to be intubated for us to do that. And I looked at her and I said, let's call your mom. I know that you're very scared. A really exciting thing is going to happen, though. Your baby's going to come into this world. We're going to do everything we can for your baby. And I just kept trying to do my best to reassure her that, we were going to take the best care of her possible. And honestly, we thought that she would get better pretty quickly, and she just, you come back and she's just not getting better, and come back and she's not getting better, and her baby's getting better, but she's not getting better. And so this past week when she passed away, every single nurse that had cared for her felt just devastated that she didn't make it, because not only was she just so young, but she never got to meet that baby who she sacrificed so much for.
So one of the ones that I remember was a patient that we had when we were still on the 3rd floor before we moved up to the floors. And it was someone's dad. I don't remember his name. But his son came to visit him to see him before, he passes, and he brought his high school diploma to show him that he graduated, and just talking to his dad. Just, telling his dad, I hope you're proud of me, and saying their goodbyes, basically. It's really sad when you hear the kids saying bye to their parents, whether it's in person or on the Zoom.
I feel things a lot. So I can't say that, I just stopped feeling for someone that passes, because it still hurts a lot. Even though he was an older man, very old man, and he didn't have a good history, I think for me it will always hurt because I knew him as a person, which is different from now because we get the sickest of the sick. Him talking to me and him one day grabbing my hand and saying, I don't want to die from this. Please tell me I'm not going to die from this. And I just looked at him in the face and I just fogged up and I just said, I just need you to keep trying your hardest for as long as you can. And I went to lunch and I remember coming back and he was being moved to be intubated into the PACU room where everyone was at. It hurt. It hurt. So I had to run to the bathroom because I just had to cry because I knew that man was going to, die.
I don't have one particular death that stands out per se. All of them have affected me to the same degree, just differently. I think for me, the thing that has affected me the most is day in and day out building relationships with these patients and seeing these patients day after day and listening to their family on Zoom calls and feeling like I've formed some sort of relationship with them. And then coming to work after, say, a day off or in the next morning and they had passed suddenly the night before or the day before, and me feeling like, wait, I need more time. We needed more time to fix you, and that was never given the opportunity. And so I think that has affected me the most with each and every death that I've been close to here in this unit.
One of the hardest and most physically I had a visceral reaction to in the TCU was, we have all these patients die and their family, especially early on, wasn't allowed to be there, and so we'd Zoom call them, at 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, and just hearing those wails, and when we tell the families, they're never alone. When they do pass, they've got a team of people that cared for them for weeks, days, months. even though that they weren't allowed to be there, they did kind of have their adoptive family at the bedside with them. I remember once we Zoom called the family, and just like 30 family members was on the Zoom call, and it was just one of the most saddest, tragic things. And it was like a young mom. I remember that shift. I was just like very just out of it. It is insanely sad, and just not being able to be there. You know, I guess you're kind of an outlet to let the people know that they do have. You know, they have a whole team. You know, day and night there that are by their side, and if and when they do pass, you know, they had people that cared for them right there.